Hi friends, Cassandra Doyle, Must Love Travel Group. I'm coming to you from the Saturday afternoon. What date is it? June 20th. I think it's the first day of summer. We have been slowly but surely coming out of quarantine, which is wonderful. I had the chance to travel last week, a week or so before, with my family to Florida. We went to visit some relatives and we had a really good time. We practiced all of the requirements. We checked ahead of time with the tourism board for the state of Florida what was required for us during our stay, and we had a really great experience. So I just wanted to share some updates with everyone today in reference to some of the new changes that are being rolled out for Walt Disney World guests who have current reservations scheduled anywhere from July until December 31st of 2020. Starting on Monday morning, June 22nd, yeah, it's June 22nd at exactly 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyone who currently has a reservation package that has been booked and in the system with Walt Disney World, whether it was booked through me, which pretty much if you're seeing this, you booked through me. If not, then you did it on your own or some other avenue. Starting on Monday morning at 7 a.m., you are required to log into your My Disney Experience account with the email that you set up and the password that you set up. Now, this should have been done quite a while ago when you first booked. If you were booked through me, I sent you the links to get everything set up. If you did something on your own, then you should have that information at your availability. Basically, you want to get on to www.waltdisneyworld.com and create a My Disney Experience account. Your reservation that you have should already be linked over with the reservation confirmation number that you would have received. And you need to personally go in starting at 7 a.m. Monday morning, June 22nd, log into your My Disney Experience account. You need to review the rules and regulations and terms and conditions that Disney is releasing for your travels in reference to the COVID responsibility that you have as a guest, and you need to accept those terms and conditions. Once you've done that, you may then proceed to move into your scheduled week of travel or the dates that you plan on traveling, and you will go in and select which theme parks you want to resort on, which theme parks you'd like to visit on which calendar day. So Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom will be opening starting July 11th, and then Epcot and Hollywood Studios will follow July 15th. So once you're in that system, go in, review your week for your scheduled dates that you will be there, and decide which park you want to visit on which calendar day. The best way to go through this is to really make sure that you secure which parks are of the utmost importance to you first, so that you make sure that you select those. Because park occupancy is only going to be at 25%, it is extremely important that you take care of this right away on Monday morning, because we want to make sure that you don't get locked out of visiting parks that you want to visit. This is going to be the new procedure that Disney will be utilizing from now until September of 2021. That is the information that we have been receiving directly from Disney. Again, you want to make sure that you are using a trusted travel source, such as myself. We get our information directly from the word of mouth or right down from the mouse down the food line to our company. We had an hour discussion yesterday with our direct upline with Walt Disney World, whose direct upline is the president of the parks of Walt Disney World. So I know it's coming from a trusted source. But for now, this is the plan that they have set in place to assure optimum park visits for everyone. So just because I have arranged all of your travels does not mean that I can personally go in and do this for you. I am not required to do this. I am not allowed to do this. You need to go in, again, read the rules, regulations, accept the terms, and then go in and decide which parks you want to visit on which calendar day. Now, it doesn't mean that I won't help you. It just means that I physically cannot go in and do it. So what does that mean for you? It means you want to set your alarm for Monday morning. You want to log into your account you should log in this weekend ahead of time to make sure that everything is accurate and that your reservation is in there. And then you want to go in again Monday morning starting at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and select which parks you're going to visit on which days. I will be available to speak with guests either through email or text. You can send me over your questions and your concerns. It's probably the fastest way to get a hold of me. I will also be available if you needed to make a phone call appointment. But the key is you want to go in and do this as soon as possible on Monday so that we can get this situated for you. Then once it's done, you can email me, let me know it's been completed, and then we can set up a time to go through the rest of your plans and how we want to proceed. So for now, this is going to be the way that the parks are going to be operating until September of 2021. Think of this as going old school with Disney. They're going to go back in time, let you share in the magic with them. There's going to be less people in the parks, less lines to worry about, a lot more freedom of movement. You're going to be able to enjoy the parks as some of us may have done when we were a child during our very first visits, without having to have things so overscheduled that you have to schedule a bathroom break. That's not going to be the way that it is for the future of Disney, which I think is actually very refreshing because you're going to have a lot more time to enjoy the parks, a lot more time to walk around and not be so stressed that you have to run from spot to spot. Definitely less wait times in rides. There's still going to be characters around. There's still going to be parades that are happening, still going to be music events. They are even having the Food and Wine Festival this year. It's going to be on a longer format. So again, you're still going to be able to enjoy the things that you know and love. It's just going to be in a different format. So one of the things I also want to discuss with you is my recent travels and how I manage that with my family. There's definitely going to be restrictions in place when you travel. So this is whether you're going to Walt Disney World or any other destination this summer or for something else for the remainder of this year. You must be knowledgeable of what's going on in your destination location. So I strongly suggest researching the tourism board of where your final destination is to make sure that if there's any regulations that you have to perform ahead of time, that you've done that. Some locations are requiring you to show proof of negative COVID testing. Others just want you to fill out health questionnaire. But again, become knowledgeable. I will certainly be your advocate if you've booked your travel through me, and I will walk you through all the steps. But if you're going it alone, like the Lone Ranger, then it is your responsibility to make sure that you know what's expected of you, because you don't want to get off a plane in a country and find out that you've got to turn around and get back on another plane because you did not follow the proper procedures. As far as the planes go, when we traveled within the last 10 days or so, we had such really good success. Our temperatures were taken before we boarded. We social distanced while we waited. While on board, we wore our mask the entire time. Now, this can be problematic for some, but it's really not all that difficult. You need to be wearing a mask when you're out in public anymore. So all you're going to do is make sure that some key things to note is for your mask, if you feel like you're going to get anxious or have anxiety, put some lavender oil drops in or something like that, or peppermint, something that will revitalize you and make you breathe that in instead of focusing on the fact that you have a mask on your face. Bring gum, chew gum. Bring mints, anything that will kind of help to distract you. The other thing is when you're on the airplane, make sure that you have your air vent open right above you. Having fresh air on you will really help the situation as well. So again, we wore our mask. We landed in Orlando. We did go to Disney Springs. It was an awesome experience. The restaurants were open. The shopping was open. There were people there walking around. We all were respectful of each other, kept our distances, had our masks on. When we were going to eat or drink, obviously you would take your mask off. So another key thing to think about for the airplane is most airplanes are not serving any food service. If they are, it's going to be for very long flights. So what does that mean for you as a traveler? Make sure you bring some snacks and drinks on board with you, because you are allowed to take your mask off when you plan on eating or drinking. So especially with kids, make sure you have some stuff for them to do. Eating food, drinking something will take their mind off of it, and they can remove their mask for that length of time. So we toured Disney Springs, again, went into the shops, had our masks on, sat down, ate at some of the restaurants. We did go to Ghirardelli Soda Fountain, sat down and had some ice cream sodas. We also went and toured Universal Studios. I went to City Walk, same exact scenario there. Again, nothing difficult at all. They take your temperature, they make sure that you're okay and that you're healthy and that you feel good, and then you can proceed. You just have to be mindful of your distances, have your hand sanitizer, make sure that you come with that prepared. I strongly suggest you bring with you hand sanitizer, Lysol wipes, Clorox wipes, anything along those lines that will help you keep your surfaces clean as well. And wash your hands. Pretty simple concept, so hopefully that helps. You do need to pack your patience, and you do need to have realistic expectations, because traveling right now is going to be a little different than what you may have experienced in the past, but it certainly is doable and feasible, and I highly encourage it. Be outdoors as much as possible. Being outdoors is helpful too. When you're indoors, that's really where you need to have the masks on. Outdoors you do as well, but sometimes just being out in the sunshine can be helpful. You should also assume that all touch points could be dirty, so be vigilant about that. Be mindful of where you're touching, where your hands are going, not putting your hands on your face. Again, make sure that every member of your family has some sort of portable hand sanitizer with them that they can access. I also suggest trying to make sure that you bring enough clothes so that you don't have to go and do any laundry anywhere. Normally, I would say, pack light, but in this situation, it might be easier just if you have everything at your needs so that you do not have to go out to find any laundry services or facilities. Housekeeping, typically, what we found while we were traveling is that housekeeping comes in once before you go. They really don't come in during your travels. If you do require anything, such as toilet paper or extra towels or trash bags, you would just call the front desk and they will deliver them promptly. So that was a really good experience for us as well. So again, super helpful things to know. For circling back to Disney, if we are going to be traveling this year, we really want to make sure that you have your smartphones charged and ready to go, because that's how a lot of things are going to be accessed once you're in the parks. Through your My Disney Experience app, through there you'll be able to unlock your room, you'll be able to make purchases, you'll be able to mobile order food in advance. So you want to make sure that your phone is charged and ready to go. So always make sure that you have a portable charger with you when you're traveling within Walt Disney World. Universal Studios also has the same sort of concept with timed registering for when you want to visit the parks or the rides. So again, you want to make sure that your phone is ready to go. Just looking over my little list, see if I have anything else here I want to talk about. Battery charger. Another key thing to keep with you is some sort of Ziploc bag or some sort of, bag that you purchased an item in that you can slip into your pocket. When you do take your masks off and you are going to be eating, you want to make sure that you have them in a secured spot. So just something else to consider bringing with you. So to round this out, starting on Monday, June 22nd, anyone who has a current reservation within Walt Disney World with a room and ticket package will need to go on at 7 a.m. in the morning on their My Disney Experience account and select their parks for the days that they are going to be visiting. Again, this is not something that I can do. You need to physically do this yourself. Starting on June 26th, the system will open for annual pass holders if they want to go about and do that for their selections. And then starting on June 28th, all other existing ticket holders will be allowed to go in. Now, at the moment, they are not allowing any standalone ticket purchases. Anything that we have right now in the system is what's staying in the system. So if you do not have a ticket right now for 2020, you may be a little out of luck. But don't despair, things do change. As we keep hearing, this is a fluid and ever-evolving situation, but right now the main focus is on guests who currently hold reservation packages. So our next exciting piece of news is, starting on June 28th, if you would like to travel in 2021 to Disney, and your dates don't exceed 499 days from the 28th of June, which I think is somewhere about October 31st of 2021, we can go ahead and we can start booking your packages for next year. Once we have those packages booked and the deposit is secured, you can then go in and select the parks that you want to visit next year at this time as well. So it really does allow you to start getting the excitement moving, get the planning started. You know, we can get everything researched as far as which parks you're going to go to, what you're going to visit while you're there, the dining locations you want to secure. So this really helps get things prepared in advance, and it's for you. All of this is for you, to keep you healthy, to keep you safe, and to keep you enjoying the parks and finding the magic. So my last piece of information is, if you currently have a reservation for the rest of this year of 2020, and you feel that this may not be the time for you to visit Disney, but you want to consider traveling sometime in 2021, that's okay. We can go ahead and we can move your dates to 2021. Keep in mind that not all the resorts may be open. Keep in mind that pricing may significantly be different for 2021, but the rules and regulations that they're operating under for the rest of 2020 will remain for 2021. So my thought process is, if you still want to get away and escape, let's go for it. Let's make it happen. You're going to be booked on this year's rates. Everything's going to be fresh, new. You know, they're really going to make sure that they have the magic there for everybody, because they want you to come back and they want you to be safe and they want you to have a good time. If you feel, however, that that's not you, that you think the mask is not going to be feasible, then let's try for 2021. But keep in mind that those regulations probably will still be in place for the foreseeable future. So if you decide that you want to continue with your travels for 2020, you need to go online Monday morning, the 22nd at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you need to select your parks. If you decide that you do not want to travel in 2020 and you want to wait till 2021, you will go on my website to www.mustlovetravel.com/Cassandra, that's Cassandra, and there is a button on the right-hand side of the screen that says Contact Me. Fill out that contact form, fill in some information, and let me know of your plans to adjust your travel. You can also email me as well, and we can set up a time to move forward with planning this out. If you are a brand new person and you think, hey, this is great, I want to still get to Disney, I know that, you know, the world is changing at the moment, but it doesn't mean that I want to stop living my life. I want to still have some fun. And you want to inquire about new packages and pricing for next year, go to that same website, fill out the same contact form. It will get sent to me, and we'll set up a time frame to have some discussion. For some of you, this email will be coming in a video. This video will be coming to you in an email, and I will have links on there as well that you need to review. The key thing is the Know Before You Go section of Walt Disney World. The link will be in the email for you to see so that you can kind of follow through with that. There will also be a link for the new Disney Parks Pass operating systems and how you're going to go about utilizing that. So I'll make sure you have both of those. And there will be an email coming out from my company this evening that will be sent to you as well, just to show you how this is all going to operate. So I just wanted to give you some quick updates from me, and know that I'm your advocate. I am your trusted travel planner. I am behind the scenes. I am getting updates hourly, whether it's through cruise lines, whether it's through different countries, whether it's through trains and Amtrak, Walt Disney World, Universal, SeaWorld, you name it. I have been on information overload. Just because the world stopped traveling doesn't mean that my business has stopped. It's still very much up and running. Right now, my key is to be your advocate and get you the information that you need. So I look forward to working with you. I look forward to planning some adventures. And if you feel you're ready to get out there and do some traveling, I am here to help you. Honestly, it was not that difficult at all to do the traveling last week. and we had a great time. It was a nice change of pace, a nice change of scenery, and the same rules and regulations that would have applied if I traveled outside of my house to go get paper towels at Costco still apply in other states. So there's no reason why you can't go and see what else is out there in other states and do some exploring and a change of scenery and remove yourself from your quarantine digs for the last 4 to 5 months and get moving. So I thank you for listening. I look forward to working with you, and have a great day. Enjoy the first day of summer. I hope you have something fun planned. And for everybody who will be celebrating Father's Day tomorrow, have a wonderful day. We thank all of our dads, all of our husbands, all of our brothers, our siblings, everybody who shows themselves as a father in some capacity. We appreciate you and we thank you. So thanks again for listening. Cassandra Doyle, Must Love Travel. Have a great day.